Welcome back. Today I'm going to go through and show what we actually do with some of the break arts. Since with this one, I've gotten all of them. So, just a little bit of a description will pop up over to the right. If there's anything particularly interesting, I will comment on it, because there are a couple of things that are distinctive or a little bit ambiguous. This will be the final video. As I said, I might stream going forward, but this will be the definitive end of this LP. Well, I did say quite a bit of bad things about break arts. After compiling this list, I've changed my tune a little bit. Now granted, as you can see, I'm basically doing 300 to 400 damage stock, so the first tier break arts are going to very rarely do anything good. Now this saying it's a 2-hit combo basically means double damage. It's fairly costly hit point wise, but it's perfectly fine otherwise. Also, in the margin as I show these, are break arts that will show that you just target a single person and do damage that way, or you actually hit a specific target. So, good to know. Risk break again reduces risk by half the hit point damage of the enemy. Nice, but pointless now. That 50% drop was just because I targeted the legs and he got hurt. Now, for the most part, you'll see that there's blunt, piercing, edged type break arts, but they're usually consistent from what you'd actually have from using that weapon. With very few exceptions. Now the descriptions that I've seen mention something about damaging armor, but I've looked and ran analyze, looked at the armor durability of enemies, and it doesn't really do anything to it. So that may just be a bug, something that didn't get fully implemented in the code, but somehow it says that. As you can see, there's a theme with the crossbow that it does like 2 different affinity type attacks. During this playthrough, I also got all the weapons upgraded to either mostly Hagane or some Damascus. The crossbow is, as it always has been, ridiculously disappointing. Even though it's called an Artlebest, which is, I believe it's actually practically a ballista. In real life, it looks nothing different than all the other crossbows, so that's really sad. This is one of the things that's like, kind of backwards. Mistral Edge is blunt. and it is an axe and mace weapon, so it's... Now this is a different 2-hit combo, whereas other 2-hit damage dealing break arts were basically just pooled into one damage equation. That one does both hit point and magic point damage. Cursed Umbra, if you remember from the first playthrough, is one of the first and really only one that I actually did aside from just showing off. It afflicts curse, which is the only thing it can do it in the first playthrough. Another damage armor description, which again doesn't do it. It just deals damage. Another thing that does something else. Numbness is, just basically slow, so not really useful. I will say one thing though is these techniques are pretty looking. Now there's not... I should have probably tried to inflict poison on things more often. Poison does not cure itself in this game, apparently, like Final Fantasy X. It does constant tick damage. So it could very well have actually been usable to kill something, but... oh well, I'm old school. I go for just murder rather than damage over time type things. I'm getting better, I swear. Now paralysis on hit's obviously far better than numbness. But you can't inflict paralysis on something that's already dead. It's kind of too bad that they didn't include some sort of enemy class factors or multipliers in these equations for like things called worm scorn. We got another numbness bit. This actually kicks him in the groin. I guess that would cause me to be numb too. Just a showy rainbow token. Nothing to see here. Now, remember, Swallow Slash does double damage, 2 hits. Yeah, and remember the damage cap, well, the health cap is $9.99. We're gonna see what happens. It just goes to the ceiling of 999. Reminder that the Worm Queen is an idiot. A little bit of karma against this jerk. Ridiculously overkill, but I'm sure this is getting a lot of people's living vicariously to enjoy it. The Bradistock is the ultimate spear. I just kept it in here because it looks pretty cool. Looks like either a fence post or a second hand. And this Lich is just on rails. Unfortunately, I didn't capture him doing that. You know, like, he was doing it a lot more than that. Now, remember what I did to Kali? I'm not gonna edit out this stuff. It's fine. Yeah, there's not too much better. I mean, I've dumped a bunch of elixir queens and things like that into me, but yep, just one shot the super boss. So to make things interesting, against the final boss, this is the ultimate stave, by the way. The Sage's Cane. I think this is the first time I've ever actually made one. But yeah, it's a ridiculous lump of modern art. As you can see, you got the rest of the dread equipment. So instead of bludgeoning or stabbing people to death, I'm gonna magic them. Reminder that he has 400 and some hit points. Reminder that he had 400 and some hit points. And as you can see, I haven't really done any, and I didn't go and say like, oh yeah, I want to go with Thunderburst or anything to exploit weakness. Just, nah, you get exploded now. And a reminder that he had 750 hit points. Now for the last thing I do, and while we do that, I would like to thank you for watching, and hope you join me again for whatever I do next. Remember, this is Ashura with the Marlene's Ring. This time, rather than just stomping up and destroying her, I have actually buffed up to Luft Fusion. And so that double hit of Swallow Slash is not enough to hit the damage cap out of the bait, but it came close. If I tried min-maxing a little bit more, farming for dummies, would have been one-shotted. And I couldn't think of any better way to end this than to show you this. As I said, poison doesn't run out, so we might as well actually see if it is a poison that kills or a poison that leaves you to 1 hit point. And that, of course, leads me to the last thing to demonstrate. The game over screen. Thank you again for watching.